And we from New York, so I feel like it was only right to back this out one time.
Respect.
I just don't think he has it anymore.
Should any team want Carmelo Anthony?
Blasphemous.
Yes, sir, Carmelo.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Control the Narrative, a podcast where we control the narrative that the media creates. If you're new around here, subscribe to catch our weekly podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And if you're a returner, a subscriber, or better yet, a Control the Narrative member, we appreciate you a little more for the members. I feel like I'm getting pretty good at that intro. All-Star Weekend is a few days away. Melo has still been out with that hamstring injury, so we're kind of just waiting on him to come back. We're recording this on Tuesday, so tomorrow night he's questionable. He could play. There's also a chance he does not play. Personally, I do not think that they'll risk it and play him one game because then it's the All-Star break. Like, just keep him out that game. But by the time you're watching this, listening to this, you will have known what they decide to do. So I'm just going to stop talking about that. Anyway, we wanted to have this episode be all about All-Star, Melo's history in the All-Star game, and just All-Star Weekend because it's a fun weekend. It's in Cleveland in a few days. If you're listening to this or watching this, and you live in Cleveland or Ohio, Saturday at the 5th Street Arcade in downtown Cleveland, Control the Narrative is having its pop-up shop with a Carmelo exclusive T-shirt of him hitting the game winner over LeBron in Cleveland. We wanted to pay homage to Cleveland, so come see us at the 5th Street Arcade. Check out our Instagram and Twitter for the exact location in the little mall. I think it's a mall. I don't know how big it is. But we're going to be there with the table, so come through. We're going to have stickers, shit like that, and we're going to have exclusive merch only in All-Star Weekend. So come see us. Check our Instagram and Twitter at CTRL Narrative to stay updated. All right. I got the intro, and now let me bring in our two guests for the night. We have in the top right, Manny, a returner. You should recognize him if you've watched any of these episodes. Manny, how you feeling?
Everything good, bro. I'm here for that. Let's get right with All-Star. One thing I just want to do real quick, because I remember like when you first started, you always had like the jersey, everything on, and it's a lot of people that come on and they have a jersey, and I never worn one. But I got a little collection, and it's just All-Star, and we from New York, so I feel like it was only right to back this out one time.
Respect.
One time.
Okay.
Respect. Yo. All right, I was gonna save it, but we're gonna do like a little thing over the weekend where I'm gonna have everyone, or just whoever has a All-Star jersey, send in like a picture of them in it, or like just the jersey or some shit, and we're gonna do a little contest. So, if you're watching this or listening to this, there's a little teaser. Stay tuned to our Twitter and Instagram. But respect, that's my favorite one, Manny. And then a first timer on the podcast, C-Bass, or he also goes by Melo, and he's serious about that. So, C-Bass, how you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, feeling great. Appreciate you for having me on, man. You too, Manny.
Of course.
Anytime, my brother.
I appreciate you both for taking time out of your guys' night to come on and talk some Melo with me. So, Manny, we'll start with you in the top right. No Melo in the All-Star game this year, but he's been in 10. So, off the top of your head, what to you has been the most memorable Melo All-Star game?
Most memorable All-Star game, for sure. As much as I wanted him to have a great All-Star game in New York, he dealt with the injuries, everything. But when he broke that record, 2014 New Orleans, like he went crazy.
Yes, sir.
He's got all the jerseys for everything he's on. Like, yo, when he was wearing this jersey,
he went crazy, and it was just like, yo, like he's what? Like, and that was the what is it? It's the it was the record for the most threes in the All-Star game at that point.
Yeah.
And then, he was coming fresh off of like almost MVP season, and him to make the All-Star game with that Knicks roster that they had, it was just like, it was amazing. But what he was doing that game was just, it was crazy. Obviously, I'm pretty sure it's not just my opinion, but some people feel like he got robbed that game. But it's all good. I feel like they could have been co-MVPs, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Now we don't do co-MVPs here.
We know this dating back to 2004, bro. They don't do co-MVPs, co-rookie of the years. They don't.
I don't even think it should have been a co. Even if they did it, it shouldn't have been a co.
When it come to Melo, there's no such thing as a code. But I would have taken a code just off the love I got for Kyrie. But absolutely though, Melo should have had that shit in the bag. Though.
In the bag, bro. Bag.
Absolutely. You can't set a record and win and not get it. That just don't make sense.
Set the record, bro. There was going to Melo down the stretch for them clutch shots. Man had like
Literally.
3 clutch baskets. 2 of them was 3. All of them was 3s actually. All of them.
8. Yeah, 8 of them.
8 of
them. For those who don't know, Manny's talking about when Melo set the then All-Star record for most threes in a game with 8. And his team won, and he did not get MVP honors.
Narratives,
bro.
Narratives.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. C-Bass, what about you? What's your favorite Melo moment?
I like
in
that.
The All-Star game.
As far as the All-Star game, of course, that one takes the top of the cake, 2014. But I also like 2010 when he had 27 on 13 to 22. And I was watching it with my friends, and I said, bro, I don't care if this is in Dallas. They're going to go to Melo. Like, I'm telling you, like, they drew the play up. They went to dirt. Shot got blocked. Game over. 141, 139, I think it was. That game.
Because he was the leading scorer of that game, right, Melo?
I think so, for the West, yeah. Because Dirk had 22.
Yeah, Melo had like 27 and.
Yep.
Hey, when that game started, he had his eyes locked on Braun. Like, I'm starting this All-Star game. I'm killing you. Like, just know it's gonna be like a regular season game, nigga. We come to you.
Yeah.
So I like that one, and I like those 7 too. When he had a solid 20, but 2010 and 2014 takes the cake for me, especially 2014 because of what he did. But I have a special feeling, a special love for 2010.
Respect. And that we were just talking before the game, that before the podcast. That was in the Cowboys Stadium, correct?
Correct.
So there were a bunch of people there who watched their hometown hero. And I love Dirk. I think that that championship he won in 2011 means more than any championship in recent history because of who was on his team, who was on the other team and shit. And like again, I guess you have to go to him for the last shots. Like we as Melo fans can sit here and be like, nah, bro, Melo fucking deserved that and shit. But man, in Dallas, that's tough. That's hard not giving him that last shot. And they did, but
they gave it to him. But I mean, they could have went to Melo, and Melo would have tied it, and then you could have ran the offense through Dirk. And over. I mean,
it was,
you know what I mean?
It was out of respect, but we know that there was better options.
Yeah.
And then not only that, you get the shot. Like, bro, you don't even touch rim. You get your shot blocked by Wade.
Hey man, that's
he's a great
guard with the most
blocks, man. Of course, but come on, bro. Like you get your shot blocked. At least miss the shot. You get the shot blocked.
At least miss it. Yeah, bro. I remember that shit. I'm gonna take a different route. Manny mentioned it, and I'm not talking about the best Melo All-Star game. If we're talking about most memorable, for me, it's got to be 2015 at the Garden. It was the last game he played in for that season. Obviously, he had that knee surgery. I think like less than a week later after that, the Knicks shut him down for the year because they were tanking and shit like that. So that All-Star game at MSG when Melo was like the unofficial host was so fucking cool. And Manny had that jersey. I have that shit in my closet too. And we're going to do a little contest kind of giveaway thing this weekend. But just being able to watch him on the court at Madison Square Garden with all those dudes, LeBron, Curry, Dirk, and all those Kobe, and all those fucking Westbrook won MVP that game. And Melo didn't play well that year in 2015. Yeah, he went 6 for 20. So 2 for 13 from 3. So obviously not a good fucking look. But again, just seeing him on that court for the All-Star game when, he toughed it out. And like some people gave him slack for that, but honestly, I give him respect for doing that because it obviously meant something to him to play at MSG in the All-Star game. And the fact that he did that and was able to run up and down the court and then less than a week later get season-ending knee surgery.
Right.
That to me, man, was just so cool. And that was my first All-Star weekend. I made it a thing to wherever All-Star weekend is, I go to it from, New York, Toronto, LA, New Orleans, Charlotte, Chicago, all these different places. So me also experiencing All-Star weekend that first time in New York City, even though I wasn't 21 at the time, but it was fucking wild, and that to me was the most memorable. So
good, Rob. I agree with you. I just by that time I was already so fed up with the Knicks organization, so I was like,
yeah, but like it was. People don't talk about it enough, but he was supposed to be shut down before that game.
Yeah, he was.
He was.
And he's like, nah, like we in my city, like this is my city. We here. Listen, let me get through this, and then we hit. And it's like come on, imagine
and
how
I also
like
respect the players for letting him shoot. Like they gave him the
like,
ball, he just didn't have the legs up under him. Like every shot was either flat, and when he did try to shoot it, it was too long.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But without that knee injury, without a doubt, he'd take the MVP. They let him go crazy, do whatever he want to do.
20 shots, bro.
It's
in the
no
All-Star
question
game,
about
the majority of them was open looks. He just wasn't falling.
Yeah.
It's all good. I'm just happy at the fact that he was able to like get up and get dressed for that game.
Right.
That means a lot. Cause imagine watching like an All-Star game in New York and he not there. Like,
true.
I'm not watching that.
Bro, they did a hell of a job
last
that
All-Star
weekend.
game also? Yeah, right.
Nah, he had two
2017
after that.
2017
was the last one.
Yeah, every year. I always like to say this because when people are like, oh, Melo fell off towards the end of his Knicks career or whatever, he was an All-Star every single year in New York.
Every single year in New York.
So, FYI. Yo, C-Bass, we'll start with you on this one. Manny, we spoke about actually, it was just over 2 years ago. You and I talked about All-Star Weekend, and I asked you this question. I don't know if you remember your answer, but I went back and I looked it up. So, C-Bass, we'll start with you on this one. Over the years, I think that Melo could have been in both the dunk contest and the three-point shootout in different points of his career. I still think he could have been in the three-point shootout. Obviously, his hamstring kind of fucked things up a little. Who knows if he would have done it either way. Yo, real quick, sorry to interrupt if you're watching on YouTube or listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, but just wanted to let you know that we have merch at Control the Narrative, and it's pretty fire, in my opinion. This is the Pixel Melo t-shirt that I'm rocking. Anything from Cuse Melo to New York Melo, Hoodie Melo. On this shirt, we got Scapegoat merch, we got Blackball merch, we got just regular Control merch. Shop CTRL the Narrative.com. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, stickers. Shop CTRL the Narrative.com. I think I got my point across. Go check it out. I bet you'll find something you like. Appreciate the support as well. Obviously, the merch sales help us fund these podcast episodes that we get to record every single week. So appreciate you, and back to the show. What I'm curious to know is whether you think Melo had a higher percentage of winning the 2005 dunk contest or the 2014 three-point shootout. And think about it, the dunk contest, he has to beat 3 people. The three-point shootout, he has to beat 7.
All right. I'm going to go with three-point shootout. The reason being is people who watch Melo and like knows him like that, can he dunk and he can windmill and do a tomahawk and all that, but I'm going to be honest, it don't look that pretty.
05 Melo. 05 Melo.
That's different.
It is different, but I never saw Melo as like a dunker. Can he yam it on you? Of course. Alley hoops, all that. He can. He has plenty of highlights. Yep. But as far as like the dunk contest, who he was going up against, I don't think
Josh Smith won it.
Yeah. Dude.
And yeah.
Josh Smith was a monster when it came to dunking, you know what I mean? But three-point shootout, I'll have to go that route. Three-point shootout, hands down. Especially 2014 year. That's the year he shot 40% from 3 that whole season.
Yep.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to say the contestants. I probably should have said this before, but the contestants for the dunk contest: Birdman, Chris Anderson from the Hornets, J.R. Smith from the Hornets.
Free that man.
Yeah, free J.R. Josh Smith from the Hawks and Amari from Phoenix.
And the three-point shootout would have been in 2014. Would have been who?
So the three-point shootout in 2014, Marco Bellinelli, Bradley Beal. Damn, Bradley Beal was in that shit in 2014. Damian Lillard, Kyrie, Kevin Love, Steph Curry, Aaron Aflalo, and Joe Johnson.
And who took it? Curry, right? That was Curry's first.
Bellinelli.
Nah,
Bellinelli?
Bellinelli took that.
Bellinelli took it.
won it.
Yeah,
I don't know if that changes your mind at all.
nah. Yeah, 3-point shootout Melo would have took that. I like that. Even to this day, 3-point shootout Melo would have took that.
Word. Manny, you agree?
I agree with that. I don't remember what I said 2 years ago. I don't know.
You said 3-point shootout.
All right, so we sticking with that. Come on, Bellinelli won. That means that everybody else was off that night.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Bellinelli was a sniper, but Steph, come on. But then again, 2014, that's when Steph really started telling the league like I'm him, like I'm Steph. But open gym, Melo, wide open shots. Come on, give me that.
Yeah.
Give me that. Like
2005.
Don't get me wrong. Like he said, Melo get up there, and I'm not going to question creativity because maybe like, in-game dunking and dunk contest completely different. But you talking about Josh Smith and his swish? Come on. No, like either way, whether it's 2005 or 2014, whatever contest it is, I'm a vote for my guy. But
of course,
facts.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is. If he there, we voting for him. You feel me? We gonna be biased. It is what it is.
Melo goes 6 for 20 in the All-Star game. We're fucking texting All-Star MVP.
All-Star MVP, straight up.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. It don't matter the situation. That's what real fans do.
Yep. Yeah, man. I hate to like agree with everyone and like make this fucking across the board. We all agree. But yeah, I think literally you both summed it up perfectly. Like C-Bass, Melo, he was a great dunker. I don't want to say a great dunker. He was a good dunker. Like he caught a few bodies and shit like that. But you never saw him doing like complete windmills or like tomahawks and crazy shit like that. Like he caught some bodies, but he was never like through the legs like you see Obi Toppin doing and shit like that.
Even
and
on fast breaks, he'll do that behind his head. And,
and he would always do a dunk where he goes like this, and then he doesn't even like grab the rim. He like throws it down.
Throws it in, quick.
Yeah. So he does shit like that, which again, man, he used to be able to get up there. But if we're talking about Melo in his prime, and I say this all the time, where people thought Melo was good in 2012, 2013, that Knicks tape year. He was even better statistically in that year after. Like he shot 40% from three that year after. So to put him against Bellinelli and Bradley Beal, who were in the finals in that shootout, I would take that. And again, he could get hot real fucking quick, especially back then when he was constantly in a rhythm and he didn't just run to the corner and wait for James Harden or Damian Lillard or LeBron James to give it to him. Like he was always in the zone. So I'm also going to go 2014 3-point shootout Melo. And I still, Adam Silver, Carmelo, whoever is listening to this, please, we want to see Melo in the 3-point shootout in 2023 in Utah. I really wanted to see it this year, then the hamstring injury. And I don't know if he never said he wanted to do it or anything, but maybe when we get him on an episode of Control, we'll give him a little nudge to do it because that would be fun. That would be fun to see.
Probably. Yo, I just want to add to that real quick. If Adam Silver, anybody is listening, 2023, Utah getting an All-Star game is crazy. I'm just saying that's wild.
Why?
That is wild.
Why?
That's wild. It's Utah. Like, come on. Come on, bro.
No explanation needed. It's Utah.
It's Utah. Listen, players themselves will explain why. I don't.
You know what's even crazier? Cleveland. I get it because of
maybe
LeBron.
We could get Joakim Noah on the podcast.
Yo, did you guys see that he made a commercial for All-Star Weekend talking about Cleveland?
That shit was hilarious.
Yeah. C-Bass, I don't know if you saw it, but he was like, Cleveland, what's there to do in Cleveland? And then they like show some things to do in Cleveland. It's like, all right, I guess Cleveland's not that bad. And then they're like All-Star Weekend 2022, which is pretty cool.
I never seen it yet. I ain't seen it. I gotta check it out.
It was pretty good. But all right, Manny, we'll go back to you on this one. I always thought it would be, and a lot of people thought this, I'm not saying that I'm the only person who thought this, but I always thought like 1-on-1 at All-Star Weekend would be insanely fun, insanely competitive. And especially now where there isn't as much 1-on-1 as there was in like 2006 and shit like that. Like we talked about with my guy Ekam last week. But all right, last interruption, because if you're watching or listening to the podcast for this long, you probably fuck with us. And if you fuck with us, you'll probably fuck with all the perks that you get from being a Control the Narrative member, whether that's access to our invite-only Discord where we're talking basketball all the time, or opportunities to join the next episode of Control. So whenever we need a guest, I go in our Discord, I say, yo, who's free? Who wants to hop on the next episode? And I pick from there. You get 20% off merch forever, and then you also get member-exclusive merch, all by being a member. Tiers start at $2 a month. So if you fuck with us, go check out a membership, CTRLthenarrative.com, and I will see you in the Discord. All right, back to the show for good. Manny, if there was a game of 21, Melo, KD, and Kobe, who finishes first, second, and third?
First, second, and third. I said it's tough.
I know.
Because number one is who's gonna get that ball first. That's number one. Who's getting that rock first? So that's tough. Number one, I'm like first. I don't care how people feel, it's biased, whatever. I'm putting Melo 1. Just because too big, too strong. Come on, that's easy. Too big, too strong. To get to any spot that he want. Turn over right shoulder, left shoulder. Like, it don't fucking matter. Put him wherever you want. He's going to get a bucket. I give Kobe second because, like, he could do the same thing plus the defense. And, you know, like, Kobe was just special, man. Rest in peace, bro. Shit is still unbelievable. But when Kobe comes out and tells you that Carmelo Anthony is the toughest player to guard, you cannot not choose Melo. So I go Melo, Kobe, KD.
All right. C-Bass, what do you think?
Nice list. I go Melo, KD, Kobe. Reason I give KD second is that height. But you have a point about who gets the ball first. But anybody, bro, like one-on-one basketball, I don't care who it is. I'm going with Carmelo Anthony any day. Any day.
Yeah.
Twice on TNT and twice on ESPN. I don't care. I'm going with Carmelo Anthony. Left post, right post, low post, mid post. You could box me out and I get it all the way from the 3-point line. I'm taking Melo one-on-one. Like you said, too big, too strong. KD too little. The only thing KD can do is probably contest him, but KD's too small. One shoulder to the chest, he's out of there.
Kobe, too weak.
Yeah,
right?
too weak. Kobe's too small. And the only reason I put KD second is because of his height. And I'm thinking about if he does get the ball and, you know, he don't really has to do much. Just rise up over and shoot. But ISO basketball, I don't think there's nobody in the history of the NBA. Yes, I respect the greats, Jordans of the world, all that, Kobe and all that, but I don't care. I legit don't care. Putting the ball in the basket in a multitude of different ways, from 3, mid-range, inside, free throws, a series of moves. It's ridiculous what this guy can do, bro. Like, and I don't like to sound like a fan, but it's true. Like, I don't fucking know, bro. Like,
you can be, bro. Out of any podcast you ever go on, this is the one time you could be a fan. So please,
like, bro, like,
literally zero flaws in
borderline,
scoring.
like, bro, you straight, bro? Is that your daddy, my nigga? Like, bro, chill. I'm telling you the truth. Like, name it. When somebody technically shuts Melo down, you watch the tape. It's not the defense. It's Melo missing shots. It's never. I don't even remember one time I've seen somebody play great defense on Melo, and I can say, yeah, which I think it was in 07 or 08. The Lakers had a Ron Artest. It was a regular season game. Melo had 21, and he fouled out, or he ended up getting ejected, one of the two. That game, I remember, Meta World Peace, yes, he did. He did that one game. But on any other game when, Melo shot 10 for 28, I watched the tape. I'm like, okay, what did he do on that missed shot?
Yeah.
What did he do? What was he?
Was that the game he choked out Sasha Vujacic?
I don't recall. Was it?
Because maybe that, I don't remember, but maybe that was the game. Because I remember one time Melo was frustrated as fuck, and then he like the Nuggets were getting blown out.
Yeah,
and
he was 7 for 21.
Yeah, that might have been the game then. But yeah.
But yeah,
So
I'm giving it all day. Melo, KD, only because of the height, and Kobe.
All right. So first of all, before I say my answer, do either of you think that, again, nobody's saying that Melo's a shitty defender. We never say that Melo's a lockdown defender. All we say is that he's a solid defender and underrated defender. We know that KD is a great defender. We know that Kobe was a decent defender as well. Do you feel like, because obviously it's both sides, because yes, you have two people guarding you at the same time, but do you feel like KD or Kobe's defense would affect the other guys more than Melo's? I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here.
To be honest, I think absolutely not, bro. We've been seeing him do this shit for so many years. It's like, what are you really gonna do to make him uncomfortable? Like, when have we ever seen a situation where Melo's like, what do I do? Once that shit is in his hand, he already know. Like, come on, bro, we getting a fucking bucket. This is what I do. Like,
fucking bucket.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Right.
I agree.
It's simple.
And then his counter moves is what kills me. Like he'll get the ball and do something, you don't fall for it, or you play good defense on it. It's that second move where it's like, whoa. Like,
there's a counter for your counter, bro.
Like, yo. But I hate that narrative also with the no defense, my little bullshit. Stop that. People try to compare his defense to the defenders of the league. Don't do that. Don't fucking do it. It's not a fair comparison. Don't do it. The only thing I had an issue with Melo is two things. His lateral quickness, which wasn't even that bad. If you want to be honest, it really wasn't that bad. But another thing that I really dislike what Melo does, and to this day he does it when you watch him, he gets called ball watching a lot. Like, he would be under the rim, his man would be on the corner. By the time he realizes his man is cutting, you know what I mean?
Hey, bro, not as much as Russ this year though.
Russ is
Avery Bradley, who everyone
that's
says
the only reason why Russ is starting. He's still technically his prime. That's it. Russ is no longer he's a starter on a bad team.
His contract, bro. That's why he's gonna pay $40 million.
Russ is not.
Now I get what you're saying about the ball watching. And Steve, I don't know, maybe you could do this. Me personally, I've been like watching every Laker game that I can. Like, well, if he played, that's the only reason why I'm watching the Laker game.
Same.
But people not talking like, yeah, he get caught with the ball watching, but as much highlights as you could pull up for him ball watching, you could do the same for Russ and Braun. But I could tell you one thing: when you line up all three highlights of them ball watching, it's only one person communicating, and that's Melo. There's only one person talking. You know what I'm saying? And that's been a whole season. Whether it's like defense, get back on offense. Like, come on, it was a game that they played. I don't know whether it was the game against. No, it wasn't the game against Charlotte.
Talk about LeBron.
No, it might have been the Portland game where he was like telling AD like get back on offense. Like,
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Come on, man. Like, listen, I'm gonna just put it like that. Like, he's the reason why they're not a lottery team this year. Well, yes, put it yes.
Yeah,
but they're not.
Because anything could happen. I'm still real optimistic about this season, but I'm just saying, like, who would think at home for a year washed? Apparently, well, allegedly, so they say.
That's what they told us.
He came back to his thing, and he's the glue guy for this team. Like, we not to like when he does something spectacular, you don't hear no one saying, "Yo, he's 37." But when Braun does, he's 37. Melo's 37. He's older, and he's
almost
the glue
38.
Guy
it's almost
38.
And
he's the glue for this team.
Facts.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's not spoken about enough, man.
Yeah, great point. I only brought the defense thing up because people are gonna, if they're watching this or listening to us, and obviously they're on our fucking side, most of them anyway. But I thought about this, and I can't not put Melo number one because I don't think I should be allowed to host this podcast if I did not put Melo first. And I'm gonna go with C-Bass. I think KD is 2, strictly because of his defense. And like you can say, how much does defense matter if you're gonna be guarded by 2 guys anyway? Which is fair, but he could just rise up over both of them, and Kobe can't really do that. And again, to Manny's point, it's really who gets ball first, and then that's the game. But if we're going random, whoever gets ball, you don't know, I'm going to say Melo would go first just because we've seen him, and every single time he's went up against LeBron, every single time he's went up against Kobe, when he was going up against Durant in 2013 with the scoring title on the line, he always shows out. And not saying that KD and Kobe do not, but Melo always shows out. So I think he would show out in that, and I think he would really fucking try on defense. And I think at the end of the game, Melo would be the one shooting the three-pointer at the top to ice the game, or half court. I know different people play it different ways, but I'm going Melo, KD, Kobe.
Depending on where you're from. Depending on where you're from.
That's a fact.
Nah, bro. Absolutely. But you like defense though. I think with this, would have made this question more interesting if we pick like a certain version of them from each year.
Damn. Manny, this is why we need you around on these fucking podcasts more than every 2 years on this All-Star. But yeah, that would have been cool.
That's it. Like if he come out with some shit like this is 09, what's the conference finals? Like we playing defense?
Yeah.
He might be on to something.
Yeah. Even 9 and 10 regular season Melo, when he averaged 28.2 in Denver, that season don't get talked about a lot.
28.2
when he averaged that season in the regular season of 09 and 010 when we lost to Utah in the first round after losing we lost in the conference finals to LA, and then the very next year we lost to Utah.
You're right, 28.2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. I got a question real quick though.
Go ahead.
Go.
You don't think Kobe making KD uncomfortable though?
Kobe making KD uncomfortable, but KD just too tall, bro. Like, you feel me? If KD gets the ball first, he'll make him uncomfortable. But KD, none of them really have to dribble to get a shot off. But it's more of a cheat code for KD because he's already 6'10". So once you put the ball up and shoots, he's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
it's no match.
Kobe was such a fucking mastermind. Like, he will force Durant to take shots he don't want to take. There was a tape on it. I can't remember what it was, and someone asked him again. Like, this was recent. Obviously before passing, and it was like toughest play to guard. Like, not toughest play to guard because we know his answer was Melo. But he spoke about who he never got to really figure out, and the answer was Durant. And he spoke about how like Durant first in the league, like
he was still coming up when Kobe was coming up.
He knew how long he was gonna take, like to make a move, which showed that he preferred to turn over, like what spots he wanted to get to. He was like, I would just make sure that I beat him there and everything. He was like, but as he progressed, like I'm walking out the door, so I never got to fully see what it was that I could change. But that would have been because the way Kobe just breaks it down is like.
Yeah.
That's the GOAT. That's the GOAT for real.
That would have been fun, man. Yo, C-Bass, let's go back to you on this one. This one's pretty straightforward question. I have a certain angle on it. I don't know if either of you will bring it up, but has Melo played in his last All-Star game?
The fan of me want to say no. But actually, I'm going to stick to my answer, no. Reason being is this. I do feel like when he's going to call it quits, it's going to be in a Knicks uniform. And I think, the fans will vote him in and the people in get his little farewell tour. You know what I mean? So to be honest, that's the only way he makes an All-Star unless people start using him the way he's supposed to be used. But other than that, I do see him making an All-Star only if he retires as a Knick and the fans vote him in and the people in the media vote him in and he gets his little farewell tour, whatever you call it. But to be honest, if not, the only way he participates in anything All-Star related is if he gets him into the three-point shootout and things like that. But as far as like being an All-Star, playing an All-Star game, I don't see it, unfortunately. Only if he retires as a Knick. But the fan in me says, hell yeah, he's still got a couple 2-3 All-Star games left in him. Melo can still average 20 to 22 in his sleep 100%. Right now to this day.
100%.
Nah, of course.
Manny, you think he's playing his last game?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. He's gonna get one more. He's gonna get one more.
I thought you were gonna go the
He,
other way when you
he's
said that.
he's gonna get that legend treatment. Like he cannot not get the legend treatment. You know what I'm saying? D Wade Dirk there last year, it was like, yo, come on, like
Trash.
you're you. Like no, but like it was just like the name, like you playing, like you gonna play in the All-Star game. So absolutely, just off who he is, he gets one more. Um, has there been times that he been snubbed? Yes. Me personally, I feel like this year he could have had it. He should have been in there.
Could have had it in 06 because his first All-Star game came in 07, which is
Wild.
bullshit.
That's
Wild,
Yeah.
bro. Wild.
But absolutely. But I think it's just wild. Like, and there's no disrespect, but it's like certain players you see, and it's like, bro, come on, like, fuck are you doing here? Like, no disrespect, but it's
Rudy
certain
Gobert,
players like,
no disrespect to you.
Fuck
Rudy
is Andrew
Gobert,
Wiggins
though.
doing in the All-Star game this year?
That's
Not
Nah,
even, not even as a
Starting.
reserve. Fuck are you
Starting.
doing in the All-Star game?
starting.
nah. But like, an All-Star game should be just straight based off like talent. Like, if you're not talented, go. You don't belong here. I don't care what numbers you put in. If you're not talented, if you're not doing something, we want to see the best of the best. Like,
Yes.
I watched the All-Star game. I want to see some spectacular shit. What is Rudy Gobert going? No disrespect. Obviously, he in the league for a reason. But what is he gonna? I'm not jumping on my fucking seat watching that game if he plays.
Exactly.
He's not gonna do nothing that's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Come on, he's not gonna like. He's not gonna make it fun. It's not like back in the White going joke around. He gonna play with players. All right, I'm gonna shoot a three because I can't do this in a regular game. Like,
Gobert don't even
Come on,
do
bro.
shit like that.
exactly.
Exactly. So I see what
So
you
he
mean.
could listen. He could stay in Utah. Let him host 2023.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah.
Come on. But then
Yeah.
it's like too, and this is definitely not any disrespect at all, because Draymond, I absolutely fucking love Draymond. Like any team I had, I'm taking Draymond. But come on, look at the numbers.
That shit was
His
kinda
is
wild.
his is more based off of media and coaches, and this is why I believe that they need to fix the voting. Although, yeah, fans get the 50%, and then it's 25-25. Media shouldn't have no fucking say because it's bullshit stories that they talk about. These are things that, like,
Narratives.
why am I taking word from somebody that's reading off a teleprompter? I'm gonna holler at you. You're not even covering the All-Star game, bro. So
Yeah.
you could go. And then coaches, come on, man. We already know how I feel about certain coaches. Like,
It should be
Ah.
fans and players.
it should absolutely fans and players. Nothing with coaches. And there's one coach
Nothing with media
specifically
either.
that
I
needs
think
to
it
get
should
on
be
this
95%
podcast.
fans. Like, let the fans vote whoever.
Then we'll
they
get
want to see in the game.
Zaza, bro. You want to see Zaza Pachulia in the All-Star game?
I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
of course,
But
of course,
then-
if somebody like that get voted in, all right, they do whatever they got to do to sub somebody else in and out. But I think the All-Star game should strictly be off what he said. Like, yo, let the fans fucking pick this shit. Like, I want to see something that's going to excite me.
You know,
what I
bro,
mean?
you know what's tough about that is that certain players have clauses in their contracts and things where they get paid for these All-Star, making the All-Star team and shit like that. So that's where it gets tough, where it's like, yo, yes, we just want to see a fun game and shit, but when it means something financially to these players, the NBA can't do like the 90% fan shit, and because then Zaza Pachulia is gonna make the All-Star game over Rudy Gobert, for example. And again, it might be more fun to watch Zaza pull up and shoot a three or some shit, but then Gobert is gonna get fucked over financially, whether it's like 700,000 or obviously different players have different contracts, but
Absolutely, and that's why I understand. Like when he cried on TV, when he didn't get selected, like a couple years back, like that was a bad for him. Like he lost some money, and obviously, I'm not knocking nobody on that. But at the end of the day, you got a family to feed.
Right.
But I'm just saying, if you gonna be there, you want that bag, bro. Just come on, get a little shifty, son. I gotta see son. You gotta see son, boy.
Do some threes
Like,
early on. Make it
Yeah,
fun.
I'm not. Come on, bro. I'm not trying to. Nobody want to see you try to block a shot or some shit like that. Somebody yam it on you, stupid.
You feel me?
come
I
on,
don't want
man.
to see that shit.
And then it's like the All-Star games that he did make. It's just like I'm just here. Like he's not even really playing because he can't do nothing spectacular. Like he's not
And it's
doing nothing
ISO ball. He can't guard
outstanding.
nobody.
Come
Yeah.
on.
he's
He
out
can't
there
guard
like
nobody out here.
the Washington Generals, bro, just to to get scored on and shit like that. But yeah, bro, I'm going literally where both of you went. I don't think he'll ever make it based off of his performance, unfortunately. Not because he can't, but because no team will allow him unless he goes to a team like fucking Orlando or some shit like that where they give him 15 to 20 shots every single game. But nah, he's never going to make it strictly off of how many shots he's getting. So I also think there's going to be a time where he announces that he's going to be retiring after the year or whatever the case is. And they do a D-Wade Dirk treatment where D-Wade and Dirk in their last year in Charlotte, they got selected as honorary All-Stars or it was something like that. So I think the same will happen to Melo. He's been a 10-time All-Star. I think he'll finish his career as an 11-time All-Star. And all I hope is that we get at least a few 3 to the domes in that game because I think that would be pretty cool. And absolutely, nice jerseys, because the jerseys they've been coming out with, they're fucking trash. This year's jerseys are fucking look like some high school gym pennies or some shit like that. So
literally, I don't. They could have saved those for Utah.
yeah, they could have.
Hey, I'm just saying, like honestly, like it's crazy saying this because I absolutely love Nike. Like I'm a Nike fan.
Manny, I was gonna go here with my narrative. All right, go ahead.
Oh shit, but damn, bro. I'm not gonna say that.
No. Go. You got it.
All right, man. They once they got that contract for the NBA, I don't know. Shit just went downhill. You get a couple city jerseys, that'd be alright, but as far as everything else, like All-Star game, like you see the jerseys, you'd be like, I can't. This is gonna be exciting. Like this is fire. Like I want that. You know what I'm saying? I wanna buy that jersey. Like that's tough. Like now it's not like that. So much shit. I feel like a lot of shit changed. Like finals jerseys whack. All-Star game jerseys whack. Like you don't see no finals playoff logo on the court no more. Like none of that.
Whack.
That shit is like hiding on the jersey. Like you gotta fucking get a magnifying glass on the TV to find who's playing in finals.
Adidas did their thing.
Absolutely.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that Nike's been trash. Bro, like even like when the jerseys are like slim fit, which is cool, whatever. But the whole point is, bro, you wear that shit over a hoodie, you go to a game in January, and like maybe that's the New York part of me where it's like, bro, I wear my jerseys over my hoodies a lot, so now I have to go up a size and it's still like a little slim. Like, no, bro, that shit's supposed to be loose. Anyway, fashion thing. But yeah, I feel that. Yo, I appreciate you both for coming on. See the show. I was like, yo, we could go for at least 25 minutes. We're at 40. Happens every fucking episode. So I don't know why I keep trying to play myself like that. But before we let both of you go, Manny, C-Bass, we allow every guest to control a narrative. Doesn't have to be Melo related. Doesn't have to be basketball related. Doesn't even have to be sports related. But whoever has one can go first, and I will give you guys the floor to control a narrative.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, you could go first if you want, bro.
The narrative I'm going to control is to all of my friends, media outlets out there, especially Max Kellerman. I don't appreciate that apology you gave to Melo on national television. That was a BS apology. So the narrative I'm going to control is the fact that at 37 years old, Melo can't be Melo. And what I mean by that is not 25, 28, 30 a game. I'm not asking for that. Can he do it? To be honest, no. I don't think he can average 25 in the season unless he's like you said, go to Orlando and they give him the ball, do your thing. But if you're on a winning team like the Lakers right now or Portland last year or anywhere else, Melo can give you a solid 18 to 22 a game, night in, night out, on anywhere from 45 to 47% shooting, from 38 to 41% from three. Easily. So LeBron James, Frank Vogel, whoever is hearing this, you guys would never reach you guys' fucking ceiling as a team unless you guys learn to feature Carmelo Anthony a lot more. And when I mean by feature, I don't mean 10 ISO plays a game, run your offense through Melo the whole time he's in there. No. Melo is not a spot-up shooter only. Why do you guys have him setting screens and rolling to the basket? And sometimes the man doesn't even touch the ball at all. Why is that? I'm confused. So better. As fans, we want to see not only the Lakers succeed, but we want to see our boy Melo succeed also. And we had high hopes coming into the season that this would be, the year. And started off great. After like around game 15, started going downhill. I'm confused, bro. Like, come on, let's get this shit together. You guys got the talent. I don't care. The roster is not that bad. It is not that bad. The starting five you guys are putting out there is bad. Westbrook, Monk, Bron, Melo, AD should start. Period. Go ahead, Manny.
I agree.
So Steve, I'm gonna talk about. I don't really want to say it's controlling the narrative. But I just want to put a message out there, and this is like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. But like I said, I'm gonna say it again. I'm still very optimistic about where the Lakers can go and can be this season. You got 25 games left. They just got to make sure that they figure it out. Those 25 games. I think obviously tomorrow you want to go, you want to get a win. In Utah, you want to be fresh. Before it used to be All-Star weekend. Now it's All-Star week. So they got that week off. Someone in that locker room needs to step up and say, hey, listen, guys, we got the week off, and I know we have families to go to, and it's things that we have to do. But we all came here together for one reason and one reason only. And obviously, we're not in that direction right now. So maybe let's try to spend 2-3 days together and bond, and let's go somewhere. Let's get out LA, get a little training camp going. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's like a little bubble environment where just was like everybody's bringing out the best out of everybody. Get away from the media for a little bit, because that shit fucks up the locker room. I say maybe like you could bring two new faces into the locker room, man. Bring in 2 new faces. We've seen people getting 10-day contracts. My guy Tyreek Evans free yesterday. I say bring him to the locker room. See what he's going to do. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like that needs a shot. They're ready. They're hungry to play. I don't know who's been like watching any like of the videos, everything he putting out. He looks like he's in great shape. He's ready to go. Not the first time I say this. Free Swish, bring Swish in. He won a ring with them 2020. One with Braun before. That's like Melo best friend in a sense. So it's like I would say bring those 2 guys into the locker room, see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lakers got pieces, but it's just you need like something fresh. Something fresh needs to come in. Those 2 people that they're gonna play defense, they're gonna score, and then it's like, yo, this is a shot. Like so they're gonna play hard, and that's what they need right now. You go, 25 games, they can make a run, they can make something happen. Just get out the playing tournament. That's it. No seeding matters. Just get out the playing. Get out the playing, get some rest, get fresh, and like, come on, bro. Braun, if you hear me, boy, yo, son, come on. You wasted a year. If shit don't get done this year, you wasted a year. Like he could have did this shit anywhere else. So y'all gotta flip the switch. You know what I'm saying? At 0 dark 23, whatever it is you call it, that playoff mode. I need you to activate that shit right now, bro. Come on.
Manny, I don't know if we want that. The last time LeBron turned on playoff mode, I think he was averaging like not a lot of points, and the Lakers missed the playoffs, and they lost a lot of games in a row, and he ended up getting hurt. So maybe not that switch. Maybe try a different switch. But I hear you.
Yeah, but we
feature Melo. That's the switch.
Feature Melo. Yeah, listen, it's like I said, it just got to be a couple tweaks in the rotation. Steve, we spoke about this. That you know what I'm saying. The Lakers want him going in the 4th quarter. That's when you really really need him. But the rotation in the 3rd quarter is absolute shit.
Yep.
Shit.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying. You want his legs to be fresh.
Mm-hmm.
You can't fucking sit him the whole 3rd and want him to play the whole 4th. Get him in 6-7 minutes in the 3rd. Let him get his legs warmed back up. 4th quarter, let him start firing, bro. There's absolutely no reason why they shouldn't go towards that. But that's all I want to say. I just want to put that message out there for all the Melo fans. It's like, you see, we told you he shouldn't have fucking went there. He should have went here. He should have went there. Listen, man. Don't bring that negativity to the team. Stay optimistic. I feel like they're gonna figure it out. They just got to get out the plan. Once they get out the plan, fuck, I'm about to quote Westbrook, and this shit is weird, but like he said, playoffs, everything's 0-0. So get to that point, and then hopefully they rolling. Hopefully it's just like, yo, we don't care about ego. We don't care about none of that shit. Who's hot is hot. Let's we all here for one reason. Get the ring. Whatever happens after, we don't care. Get the ring. I need my guy to get the ring. All right? Get him. Let's get the ring. And then we could put up another billboard this summer for him to come on.
But I want him to get the ring by being utilized too, though.
Yeah, no,
Very
absolutely.
important.
I don't want him to get to the ring and then, come, he's in the finals, he finished the series, we win, but he averaged 12 and a half, 13. Nah, come on. We need about 18 or better.
12 and a half. 12. Listen, but 12 and a half, 13 go a long way though.
It goes as
long as he's in rotation and he's getting quality looks, he's going to deliver. Absolutely. Like we see his mindset when he on that stage. You know what I'm saying? And him being the most vocal guy that we've seen on that team, I'm just saying, motherfuckers need to listen a little bit more. That's it. Just listen to what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? We've seen him playing a kind of a different style of basketball this year, and it's been working out.
Do you think he talks to LeBron and be like, "Yo, what the fuck? What you got me here for? Like, go talk. Like, nigga, you the GM, like he said on $1 Million Worth of Dreams. Go up there and tell, yo, let me get some touches, bro. Like, do this for me.
Question.
Go tell him
That's a
do this,
great
do
question,
that.
bro.
I want to do this. I don't want. Come on, like, do you think he's in LeBron's ear? Do you think LeBron realizes that? Like, damn, I really got a bucket on the team, and like, we not using this man, bro. Like,
I don't think that he's in Bron ear about that, like, at all.
I don't either. Because
then that narrative comes to light where it's like, he's a locker room cancer. We've never seen him complain. Like, never seen him complain. You seen the Knicks teams he played with? He don't complain. He just gonna fuck it. I'm gonna thug it out, bro. Like, you can't tell me I didn't do what you asked me to do. I utilized what you gave me to the max. That's it. It's up to you to figure out what's going on wrong. You brought this shit together. You made it happen. You figure out how to make this shit fucking run. That's it.
And LeBron knows, bro. Like, again, Melo's never been to a finals. LeBron's been to fucking 10, right? So he should know the adjustments to make, the things to say, and all that shit. And Willie, I guess we'll find out over the next few weeks and like two months or so. So I hope so, bro. I hope they turn shit around. The one narrative I want to control real quick is, you mentioned the fresh faces. Go get Goran Dragic. They need a backup point guard. They need a point guard.
Ooh, I like
really,
that.
really bad. Goran Dragic just got bought out by the Spurs today. If he's healthy, he can shoot, he can drive, he can make plays for other people. I think that is a great fucking look for the Lakers. Mm-hmm. And, you see what Rondo's doing in Cleveland right now. I saw a tweet that was like, damn, imagine if the Lakers had a point guard like Rondo right now. So they need another guy besides Russ, but obviously LeBron, but besides Russ to play the one and to facilitate. And I think Dragic is that guy. So Pelinka, go get Goran Dragic. And that's it. Thank you both for hopping on. 51 minutes and counting, man. It was a great convo, Manny. As always, thanks for coming back, bro. C-Bass.
Yo, thank you for having me.
Hope you enjoyed first episode. I think we'll probably get you on again in the future because you know what the fuck you're talking about. So I appreciate you both, and I hope you both have a great night and stay mellow, baby.
You too, man. You guys have a good night, man.
Yo, appreciate y'all for real.